Good day, everyone. How are you guys doing today? All right, so we're on our journey again from 1,000 to 1 million. We'll see how it goes. So right now I'm just waiting for 8:30, and I'll expect that around 8:30 we should see some sort of movement. Around 8:30 we don't really get much movement unless there's like CPI or some other big news event coming out, and that would cause the market to give us a very strong move either to the upside or the downside. But whichever it is, we'll be ready for it. Okay? So guys, remember, this is auto trading. We are not manually opening these trades. These trades are going to be opened automatically by the auto trader. Okay? So let's give it a few seconds, and let's see if we're able to catch a trade. So far we have not been able to enter into a trade yet. You can see it's 8:30 and the market has not moved aggressively. Okay, so let's allow it to play out, and we'll see if the EA will catch us a nice trade either to the upside or the downside. All right, if you're with me, just give me a hello in the chat box. I'll be more than happy to have a conversation with anyone who's watching today. You guys can feel free to bring your questions. You guys would see my charts look naked, so I know a lot of you guys would be thinking that, the charts are naked. There is no markups. There isn't anything. No markups are necessary, guys. Everything is coded into the software. So no need to mark anything up. The software will do its thing on its own. If I'd like to close my trades early, I can do that. But once I close my trade early in profit, the software will stop. It will pause until the next trading session. Okay? And the next trading session for the software will be 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's the equity market open. So as you guys can see, it's slow. Right now, the price is moving very slow. And what the software is looking for, the auto trader, the trading bot, what it's looking for is volatility in the markets, right? So once it sees that there is volatility in the market and it finds an entry setup, it's going to jump into that trade. So we should be getting, or we should at least reach the criteria for an entry setup in the next approximately 10 seconds or so. Let's see how it unfolds. So we're counting down. All right, so we have reached the entry criteria and a trade has opened. So this is our first trade for the day. It is a long, and let's see if this one continues going to the upside or if the price wants to continue going down. It does not matter if the software opened a buy trade or if it opened a sell trade. What this robot, this EA, is designed to do is follow the price. What it's looking for is volatility and momentum. So if we catch a volatile move to the upside or downside and there is momentum to continue that move, we will continue making profits. If the market decides that it's going to switch directions, it will switch directions with the market as well. So I've designed this system to be liquid, on bias. It's just going to follow the price. All right, so the price is a bit stagnated. Let's allow it to play out. Okay, we're moving up a little bit. All right, we're moving. Let's see if this is going to continue to the upside. It really does not matter. Right now we're in a low volatility period, so it could move very slow. It could be very choppy. As you can see, this bar is coming back to the downside. You guys may have the opportunity to see what the EA will do if this bar continues to go to the downside. I don't like those other trading systems, those other EAs where they have trades running, floating in drawdown for a long period of time. That's not what I like. As a trader that's been around for a long period of time, I know that those systems generally don't work for a prolonged period of time, because at some point you get stuck in drawdown. I think the system that a lot of them use is called martingale, where it would try to open other trades to try to recover, bigger trades, maybe one size bigger or two sizes bigger or five sizes bigger. It all depends, to try to compensate for the losses, right? In some cases, it may work out. In other cases, it may not. But you can imagine the amount of drawdown you'll be taking on, and for the amount of time that you'll be taking on those drawdowns. So I prefer to take on my small loss, which is one of the number one rules as a trader, is cut your losses quick, right? So I prefer to cut my losses quick and let my runners run, right? So I allow my runners to run until they reach a point where there are other conditions set to take that profit. For example, you can have a profit goal. So let's say you have a dollar figure set as your profit goal. You'd like to make, let's say, $100 or $1,000 or $10,000. All depends on the size of your account. So if that's your profit goal, you can have that set in the EA. So once you reach that profit goal, your equity reaches that profit goal, it just closes the trade. And it will pause for the next trading period or the next day, whichever comes first. As you know, that the EA has two trading periods. It's trading from 8:30, approximately 8:30 Eastern Standard to 9, and then it's trading from 9:30 Eastern Standard to 10. So you guys can see what just happened. The price continued coming down, and what the EA did was close that buy, and it took a sell. So it noticed that the price was not continuing to the upside, so it just closed out the buy and took a sell. As you can see, we're in a sell trade now. Sell trade. So some of you may be wondering if this EA takes on a lot of losses. In some cases, you may find yourself having a lot of losing trades. I can't say that this EA has a very high win rate. When I say win rate, I mean when you look at the amount of trades that you win versus the amount of trades that you lose, you may have more losing trades, but your winning trades will be substantially bigger than your losing trades. Okay? Also, what would cause you to have losing periods is if the market's not going anywhere. For example, within the 30 minutes that we're looking at, if the market just keeps going sideways, just be choppy, then the EA will be looking to follow the price. So it's going to look for a buy, and if it doesn't go, it's going to look for a sell, and if it doesn't go, it's going to look for the buy, and back and forth, and that's what's going to cause you to take on small losses. But once the price takes off, let's say it takes off to the upside and you're in a sell, it's going to close the sell, take the buy. And if it moves all the way up here, then you make substantial profit. The risk to reward on this software is wonderful. The risk is extremely small. It's a dynamic risk. It's not like with some other EAs where you have, let's say, a 10 pip stop or a 50 pip stop or whatever distance they're looking at. This EA uses a dynamic risk. And generally it's small. It's very, very, very small. Because I've been able to code price action into the EA, how I understand price action to be. So I'll let you guys watch for now. We have about 20 minutes or so left in this session. 20 minutes, that's 20 bars. And this 8:30 session is extremely slow, so not much is happening. Now, it doesn't necessarily matter if the price is moving slow. Once the price is moving in one direction, you're going to be profitable. Once it's moving in one direction. If it's choppy, just going sideways, then that's the only time it's going to be kind of flopping around with your buys and sells. But once the price takes on one direction, either up or down, you're going to be profitable. The best time is when there is volatility in the market, because the price would move aggressively in one direction. And once there is momentum to continue in that direction, you're going to continue making profits. All right, so I'm going to let you guys watch, see what happened, guys. The market did not continue going down and it started to go up. So the EA closed that sell trade and opened another buy trade. So you see what I mean when I say we cut our losses quick. So let me try to show you guys what's going on in here. So look at this. We lost our first buy trade. Then we lost our first sell trade. That came to $5.10. Now look at this. We're at $17, well, $15, $13 approximately. See how fast we were able to recover those losses? So once this price continues to move aggressively to the upside, we're going to be making substantial profit compared to what our loss was. All we want is for the price to take on a direction, and we'll be right there with it. I'm sure you guys have never seen anything as powerful as this. Look at this. We're at $22 now. So there is a saying that you must learn to lose to win. This is exactly what they mean. So we take on some small losses so that we can make the big win. It's just good to be in the market around the time when you know the volatility is going to be coming. So if you know that there is going to be volatility and momentum around a certain time, that's the time that you need to be in the market. Well, around this time is not necessarily the time that most traders will be looking to get involved, because it's a high volatility time and a lot of them can't keep up with it, right? Because when the price chooses to move, sometimes it moves very quickly and you're not able to catch the move, right? But the software can, the EA can, the robot will catch that move for you. So right now, where the price is, there is a level of resistance at that area. Is that resistance going to hold? Is that resistance going to break? You don't know if it's going to hold or if it's going to break. But there is a very strong chance that it won't hold. It may hold for a short period of time, but there is a very strong possibility that it will break, right? Will it break before we are able to close out this trade? Not sure. So I could close out this trade right now and walk away with the profit I already have, right? But because I want to allow this EA to work on its own, because I want you guys to understand that you can actually take a system, turn it on, and allow it to work hands-free. You don't necessarily have to come and try to close out every time you see that you make a little profit. You don't have to do that. Sometimes it's going to give back some of that profit or all of that profit, right? But generally, it's going to be able to retain most of that profit. So some days it's not going to be the best, but in most cases, you're going to be able to retain most of that profit. So you need to be patient as a trader, and not because you see you have a little bit of profit that you need to run and try to close out the trade. Just allow the system to work. Okay? This system is designed to give you within 100 to 200% return within the space of 3 to 4 months. Okay? Within the space of 3 to 4 months, you could make from 100 to 200% return with this system. And that's what I'd like to prove to you guys. So every time we make 100%, I'm going to compound the account, meaning I'm going to increase the lot size by 2. Okay? So right now our lot size is 0.05. When we get to $2,000 on the account, this is going to be 0.10. That's what the lot size is going to be. And within the space of 3 to 4 months, once it makes another 100%, I'm going to compound again. So it's going to be 0.2 and so on. Okay? And that's how we're going to get to our $1 million. Yes, we're going to have some slow periods, but that is just market conditions. There is nothing you can do about market conditions. And the EA is designed to trade with volatility and momentum. So when we go through those slow, choppy periods, we have to endure it. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean that because we're going through a slow and choppy period that we won't be able to make some profit. In some of those cases, we will make profit. So it's not all going to be very bad because we're going through a slow and choppy period. So look at that, guys. We're still making profits. We're breaking through that level of resistance. Let's see if it continues that way. And this is why it's not necessarily the wisest idea to intervene with how the auto trading system is working. Because sometimes you may take profits and you may take profits too early. And that might have been your biggest day. And you took profits early. And you missed out on maybe your biggest trade, right? So just allow the system to work as it does. Don't get involved. When you have this on your account, if you want to get involved, you can do that. Some people prefer to see profits on a day-to-day basis because trading has a lot to do with psychology, right? So some of us don't have the mental tolerance, I should say, to watch a winning day turn into a losing day or watch profit go into loss. Some of us don't have that ability to take on that type of switch from profit to loss, right? So some of us may look to bank $2 when we could have made 100. And we might still feel satisfied with the $2 that we made, right? But overall, would that make you a profitable trader? No, it doesn't. You need to understand what amount of profit you're going to take if you're going to take profit. And if you're a price action expert, you need to understand at what levels, at what prices you can decide to take profit. What levels, what zones you can decide to take profit. Right now, we're at a level where we could decide to take profit because I'm a price action expert. I'm looking at this and I can tell that we're at a level where there is resistance. And if we want to take profit here, it wouldn't be a bad place to decide to do that. We have 10 minutes left. Okay? So if I want to go take my profit here, if I see a red bar, I can decide to take profit. Like right now, there is a small red bar. I can decide to take profit. And that would not be a very bad area to take profit. Okay? But as I said, I don't want to get involved with how the EA is working. This level is expected to break. I'm going to expect this level to break. I'll expect price to continue going to the upside. Because I understand price action. Over my years in the market, I have developed many systems, many auto trading systems. Well, I'll say many versions of this auto trading system that I'm using right now. And this is my, well, I wouldn't say my final version, but this is my end product for now. Over time, I will make it even better. Like these levels I'm talking about, like where the price is right now, I could code this into my software and have it take profit at this level. But I don't really want to, how can I say? I don't really want to put too many limitations on the software. For example, now you can see the price is attempting to maybe break this level, right? So I don't want to limit the software by letting it close the trade at that level, and then it may break that level and go to the next level. So I want to allow that software freedom. It's like I'm allowing it to have a mind of its own within certain parameters. So if I'm looking for a certain distance in price movement, because I understand the limitations of price movement, I know price may move a certain amount of pips or a certain amount of points within the space of a day, right? So my trading will be set within those limitations. If it makes X amount of points or pips, then it's going to look for a condition to exit the trade. If it makes a certain profit target for the day or for the session, then it's going to exit the trade. Okay? So I try to give it as much freedom as possible. My next trading system is where I'm able to identify these levels, like for example, where the price is now and where the price was here. I'm able to identify these levels with my next trading system. That's called the Liquidity Map, right? Now, with the Liquidity Map, you can actually use it to read the price action, as in at these levels, you watch to see what happens next. So for example, the price could come to this level and it could reject and go down, or it could go sideways and then continue going up, right? So based on how well you understand the liquidity map, you will be able to basically predict where the price can go next. You can say, okay, we reached this level, but because we came from another level, which means something else, that means that price may break this level and continue going up. So we have like 6 minutes left approximately. Let's see if price comes down aggressively or if price continues going up. We have a red bar here. This bar is also red. Let's see if we're going to build some sort of correction here for more upside or if we're going to just reject. It looks like it's holding momentum to the upside. And I'm expecting this level to break to the upside. I may not be in the trade long enough to catch maybe the next move to the upside, but by 9:30 we'll be back. So it's moving up, nice and easy. Look at this, guys. We're $35.20 in profit. Now, this account did start at $1,000, and we did go through a drawdown period because the price was extremely choppy within the trading time slots. It was extremely choppy within those trading time slots. However, this EA is designed, it's set in a way, right now I'm trading it on low risk. So it's set in a way where we could take on approximately 15% of drawdown, right? So at any given time, we could incur 15% in drawdown. And that's what happened. We incurred approximately 15% in drawdown, and now we're going through that recovery phase where we're recovering that drawdown. And we can recover that drawdown extremely fast. We can make 15% in a day. And I think we ran this system already for about 2 weeks, I think. Let me just go into the history here. I'll show you guys everything. We started on the 21st. You can see that, right? So the 21st. That's 1, 2. We're now at the beginning of week 3, right? So within the space of 2 weeks, we had a drawdown period. It wasn't always drawdown. We were up, down, and then now we're on week 3, and we're looking to start recovering that drawdown. You can't fight the markets. You just have to flow with it. Okay, we're at 27, 28. Let's see if price starts to go back to the upside. We did reach that level that I told you guys about where price could find resistance and we could see some sort of rejection. That rejection does not mean that the price will continue coming down. It could continue going down, but from my analysis, there is a great possibility this price will continue moving to the upside. And this is just a pullback, a correction, and price may continue moving to the upside. We only have approximately 2 minutes left. And let's see if we're able to at least get back to the high within the 2 minutes. But the amount of profit that we've made on this move for the day compared to what we lost is fantastic. So look at this. Let's go back to today. And look what the drawdown was, $5.10. See that? We had a drawdown for today of $5.10, and we're at a profit of $32.70. So bad days compared to good days, bad days can't compare. Our good days will always destroy the bad days. And price is continuing to the upside nicely, exactly as predicted. We have about 30 seconds left. We won't have enough time to get to the next level, so that may happen without us, but it does not matter. When the equity hour comes in, the equity hour generally is a stronger price movement period. So we may get something strong at that time, either to the upside or to the downside. It does not matter. And that's the beauty about this EA. It does not matter what direction price chooses to take. As you can see, we were able to close out that trade and we made $39.20. So for the day, we made a profit of $34.10, right? Isn't that wonderful? So some of us may be looking at win rate, but win rate does not necessarily mean that you'll be profitable. You could have a win rate of less than 50% and still be profitable. Okay? So I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. So we've done 30 minutes. I'm going to stop it now and we'll be back for the next session, which is at 9:30 Eastern Standard. Okay, guys? Bye-bye for now.